Hello, welcome to Kush News, the newscast of the African diaspora. I'm your anchor, Ochanda, daily bringing you the top stories from Africa and the Caribbean. Let's take a look at today's news on Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024. Let's go to Senegal, where the president-elect has been sworn into office. Left-wing Pan-Africanist Bassirou Faye has been sworn in on Tuesday as Senegal's youngest president. Mr. Faye swept the election votes just 10 days after he was released from prison. Several African leaders attended the ceremony in the town of Diamaniadio, near the capital of Dakar. He vowed to defend, quote-unquote, the integrity of the territory and national independence.
I am aware that the results of the ballot box express a profound desire for systematic change. Through my election, the Senegalese people have committed themselves to building a fair Senegal, a prosperous Senegal, a progressing Africa.
The formal handover of power with the outgoing president will take place at the presidential palace on a later date. Faye was among a group of political opponents, including Ousmane Sonko, freed from prison 10 days before the March 24th presidential election took place. The release was part of an amnesty initiated by President Macky Sall. The former tax inspector becomes Senegal's fifth president. Those in Senegal. Wow, big congratulations to Mr. Faye. You got a lot on your plate, but big congratulations nonetheless. Kush News salutes you. Let's go to Congo, where they reveal its first woman prime minister. The Democratic Republic of Congo has announced the nomination of its first woman prime minister, Judith Suminwa Tuluka. Tuluka said on national television that the task is quote-unquote big and the challenges are immense, but together we will get there. The new prime minister will be tasked with pushing the president's priorities of developing and aiding the youth and women towards national cohesion. Those in Congo. Big congratulations again. It's a first woman prime minister. Big shoes to fill. Let's go to Egypt, where President el-sisi is sworn in to office for a third time. Egypt's President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi was sworn in Tuesday for his third term as leader of the North Africa's most popular nation. The 69-year-old former army chief will remain as president until 2030. Speaking in front of his government, he vowed to, quote-unquote, remain faithful to his work. El-Sisi won last December's election with 89.6% of the vote. The 6-year term is set to be his last. A former defense minister, Sisi rose to power on the back of mass protests against former President Mohamed Morsi, who was deposed back in 2013. Sisi was the first elected president, or Sisi was first elected president in the following year, and then again in 2018. Those in Egypt. Congratulations. And yeah, let's look forward to another third term from el-sisi. Let's go to Namibia, where they begin to implement visas on arrival. Namibia has taken a significant step to boost tourism by announcing the implementation of visas on arrival. According to a government official, quote-unquote, the introduction of visas on arrival will be a game changer for our tourism industry, quote-unquote.
I have no doubt that the Ohangwena and the Karas regions will experience increased tourist arrivals through the 5 border posts I mentioned earlier. And therefore, our tourism sector, especially those who are operating in those areas, must take steps, must prepare themselves to experience a number of tourists coming to Namibia in those areas. Experiences taught us that visas on arrival has made it easy for tourists and visitors alike to come to Namibia hassle-free.
This is definitely a major change for us, or an additional change, as we've had already a couple other borders opened already. However, today the mention of these additional borders will be play a big role, because the industry basically accepts this in the sense of welcoming it for tourists to make it a bit more smoother than having to apply for visas in advance.
Under the new system, visitors entering Namibia through border points will be required to pay for their visas online using speed points. The move aims to benefit various categories of visitors, including tourists, potential investors, and attendees of meetings and seminars. Those in Namibia, wow, big step, especially in the digital age that we're in, and we're continuing to move forward. Big congratulations. Let's go to the Caribbean. And there we go to Guadeloupe, where an esteemed author passes away. Maurice Conde, an acclaimed novelist from Guadeloupe, has died at the age of 90. Conde was the winner of a 2018 Nobel Prize, and she died Monday night at a hospital in France. In February, she enjoyed her 90th birthday celebration with family and friends. The mother of 4 children was nearly 40 when she published her first novel, and almost 50 when her novel Sigu made her international fame. In the 1960s, she spent her life in the West African nations of Ghana and Guinea, which inspired her novels of pre- and post-colonial Africa. In the mid-90s, Conde became a professor of Columbia University in the United States. She also taught at University of Virginia and UCLA before retiring in 2005. Those in Guadeloupe. Well, I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about your guys' international representative, your national ambassador to the family of Mrs. Conde. Our condolences. When we come back, we'll have today's African proverb of the day. Don't go anywhere.
It don't cost. Last. Now everybody visit www.mccadero.com. Shayo. Go dance to the Dicato. I got merchandise at the Gato. I do weddings and shows in the Pitato. Graduation party, I never been in this site though. And I got in the Gato. I'm in the lean and in the cut. Big dad in the novel. She manipulate my love. Oh yeah.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at today's African proverb of the day, and it comes to us from no African nation and/or ethnicity, and it reads: no person is born great. Great people become great when others are sleeping. Once again, no person is born great. Great people become great when others are sleeping. African proverb. Yeah, what this is talking about is really consistency. Whatever it is that you do, as long as you're consistent at it, usually you'll see success, especially at the pinnacles that you have in your head. The idea of where your end goal, your long-term or short-term goal is, keep at that thing. Whether you're a mechanic, whether you're a gym trainer, whether you're a photographer, whether you're a podcast host, keep going. Stay consistent and watch how things grow, especially when other people are sleeping. Let me know your interpretation of today's African proverb of the day, as well as your thoughts, views, questions, comments, and concerns on the top stories. Don't forget to hit that like button. Make it your best friend. For Kush News on Kush Convos TV, I'm Ochanda. We'll see you soon.